Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Deity. I just wanted to bring you guys a quick little video talking about the best talents that I found for Enhancement Shaman in a raid single target scenario. Currently, there's two builds for Enhancement Shaman that work really well for single target that I found. The first build is centered around Storm Strike heavily and involves using a lot of your Maelstrom to get Lightning Bolt and Elemental Blast damage in. It's also based entirely around the new talent, Deeply Rooted Elements. The other build is a similar build, except it has Hot Hands and Lashing Flames incorporated into it. This build is definitely a runner-up in single target damage and is more consistent than the Storm Strike build, but my only issue with it is that it can feel very clunky when you get an Ascendance proc with Hot Hands. So let me go ahead and show you the talent builds really quick. This is the Storm Strike centered talent build. With this build, you're essentially talenting into everything involving Storm Strike, as well as any talents that synergize well with it. You also want to take a point into Lava Lash and Molten Assault so you can refresh your Flame Shock duration. With the way this build works, you want to prioritize spamming Storm Strike as much as possible, while also managing to spend any Maelstrom you have so you don't overcap and waste resource. The reason why this build is so centered around Storm Strike is because of Witch Doctor's Wolf Bones and Deeply Rooted Elements. Witch Doctor's Wolf Bones simply decreases the cooldown of Feral Spirits anytime you gain Maelstrom. And with this build in particular and the way enhancement works, you're able to gain a lot of Maelstrom by Storm Strike spamming. Taking Deeply Rooted Elements also gives your Storm Strike an 8% chance to proc Ascendance for 6 seconds. Pairing these Ascendance procs with Static Accumulation and Thorum's Invocation means that during your Deeply Rooted Elements proc, you'll have an abundance of Maelstrom weapon, but you have no risk of overcapping, since Thorum's Invocation causes your Wind Strike to also cast a Lightning Bolt and using up 5 of the Maelstrom you've built. Essentially, when you proc Ascendance, you have really strong power spike windows, but you also have really consistent damage without those procs. So if you get bad RNG, you'll still be doing really decent damage. For those reasons, this makes the Storm Strike build my favorite from a performance and DPS standpoint. It just feels really good to play. Some people might try to make the argument that taking Ascendance over Deeply Rooted Elements will be better, but I 100% support taking Deeply Rooted Elements over Ascendance. The reason why is because Ascendance is a baseline 3-minute cooldown, and for each time you pop Ascendance, you get 15 seconds of Ascendance uptime. So in a fight that has a length of anywhere from 3 minutes and 15 seconds to 6 minutes, you're only getting a total of 30 seconds of Ascendance uptime. Whereas with Deeply Rooted Elements, I would have to be extremely unlucky to get a baseline of 30 seconds. There are multiple instances where I've used Deeply Rooted Elements and I've managed over 1.5 to 2 minutes of uptime in a 6-minute fight. It is a massive difference, and trust me, Deeply Rooted Elements is just the play. The other build I wanted to show you guys is pretty similar, except it's not using Doom Winds and it's instead using Hot Hands. With this talent setup, you're going to opt out of taking Doom Winds, Storm Blast, Sundering, and Crash Lightning, and instead you're going to take Hailstorm, Hot Hand, Primal Lava Actuator, and Lashing Flames. With this build, the idea is that you want to spam Storm Strike, except in Hot Hand windows. When that happens, you want to spam Lava Lash, and then in between each GCD of Lava Lash, you want to press Storm Strike. But the goal is relatively the same. You still want to reduce the cooldowns of Feral Spirits, and if you're running Elemental Spirits, this also has a chance to buff your fire damage if you get a Fire Wolf to spawn. It's very likely that these two single target builds will be prevalent in raiding in Dragonflight. It's unlikely that these builds will change in the future, but Blizzard is still in the process of tuning and tweaking classes. That being said, if you're curious or just want to make sure that these builds are correct and nothing's changed, you should stop on my Twitch at twitch.tv/lfdeity. If you happen to stop by while I'm live, I have no problem answering any enhance related questions at all. And that'll conclude this video. If you guys tried these builds out, let me know how you do with them, let me know what you think, and be sure to leave me a comment letting me know your thoughts about it. I'm also going to leave the video in the background playing so you guys can see how Enhancement Shaman pairs up to other classes. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you all later. Good luck and have fun.
Get away from these spikes here. Get away from these spikes here. It's going to be popping soon. Be ready to trank. I think we're going to need it. These pop.
Yeah, man.
There we go. Res him.
Yep.
This next one will be Hycon and get in. This is Hycon. Get in. Get the res. Get away from the spikes. I'm gonna hit these 3, and then that one will die with the cone. You'll start using personals and shit. Healers communicate what throughput you guys are gonna be using and when. Get away from the spikes. Get away from the spikes. The 3 set. Make sure we bait this. Get over here. Do we have another res yet or no?
I threw it out,
Yes.
but he didn't take it.
Don't take it,
In the
or
center.
whatever. One of you take it, and then
Centralized there. Yep, we're good here.
Spread out, get away from the spikes. Just go far left or right. See the beam.
Now melee swing left.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had the grip crap.
Alright, there's gonna be spikes dying soon. Get away from the. You're gonna go left or right here. I'm gonna be hitting all 4 of these. Whatever healer throughput shit we have, just chain it. Boss is at 8%.
You going for the kill on this?
Yeah, that's fine. Just go. Everybody soak. Just don't hit too many at once.
Thought I only had the 3,
okay.
but whatever.
And for this last set, you could probably kill like 2-2.
I'm trying to figure out if I even want to hit any, right? It's just like, I
Not, yeah.
don't think I'm going to hit it. You guys just move. I'm going to be to the
No,
right.
you just hit none. Just hit the tech damage.
Is there anybody that's able to clear? So I get this done.
Somebody range.
Good, good.
More than a prison.
Dude, what is that damage, man?